Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learning Canadian English. This is episode 52, and I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm Jen. It's great to be with you all again. Today, we're tackling a topic that can be a bit confusing for newcomers, going to a Canadian pharmacy.
That's right. We'll be talking all about how to pick up prescriptions and ask for medicine. I remember my first time feeling a little lost in a Shoppers Drug Mart, trying to figure out where to go and what to say.
Oh, me too. I just had a simple headache, but I was standing in the aisle looking at hundreds of boxes of pills, and I had no idea what to choose or if I was even allowed to just take one off the shelf.
Exactly. It can be intimidating. So, our goal today is to make that whole experience much clearer and easier for you. Let's start with the most basic concept, the difference between two types of medicine.
Okay, so the first category is what we call over-the-counter medicine, or you'll often hear the abbreviation OTC.
Over the counter.
Exactly. The name is a great hint. You can literally take it from the shelf, go to the counter where you pay for snacks or shampoo, and buy it. You don't need a doctor's permission. This is for common issues like headaches, colds, or mild allergies. Think of brands like Tylenol or Advil.
Right, so if you have a cold, you can just walk in and buy some cold medicine yourself. The other type of medicine is prescription medication. That makes sense. But even with OTC medicine, the number of choices can be overwhelming. You've got different brands, different strengths. How do you choose the right one if you just have a common cold?
Mm-hmm. That's a fantastic question. It's smart to look at the active ingredient. For example, for pain relief, the active ingredient might be ibuprofen or acetaminophen. Different brands might have the same active ingredient. Also, look at the symptoms the box says it treats. A cold and sinus medicine is different from a cough medicine. Don't just grab the first box you see.
For this, you must see a doctor first. A prescription is a written order from a doctor for a specific medicine. These are for more serious conditions, like infections that require antibiotics, or long-term conditions like high blood pressure. You can't just buy these off the shelf. So reading the box carefully is just as important for OTC medicine as reading the label is for prescriptions. And if you're still confused,
That's a key difference. The doctor decides you need it, and they send the prescription to the pharmacy for you, or sometimes they give you a piece of paper that you take to the pharmacy yourself.
okay, so let's imagine our listener has just been to the doctor and the doctor has sent a prescription to the pharmacy. What's the next step, Jen?
The next step is to go to the pharmacy you told your doctor about. In big stores like Shoppers Drug Mart or Rexall, the pharmacy counter is almost always at the very back of the store. You'll see a raised counter and people in white coats. Those are the pharmacists and pharmacy technicians.
Right, so you walk up to the counter. What do you say?
It's quite simple. You can say, "Hi, I'm here to pick up a prescription for Jen Chan." You always give your first and last name.
To make sure they have the right person, they will almost always ask for your date of birth as well. Sometimes your address too. This is just for security.
Yes, and then they will likely ask if you have a drug plan or insurance. This is a very important question. If you have insurance through your job or school that helps pay for medicine, you need to show them your insurance card.
That's right. The insurance company might cover or pay for a large part of the cost. The amount you have to pay yourself is called the copay. So if a medicine costs $50, your insurance might cover $45 and your copay would be $5.
Mm-hmm. After you give them all that information, they will tell you it will take some time to prepare the medication, usually about 15 to 20 minutes. You can wait in the store or come back later.
Okay, so you've waited and now your prescription is ready. You get a little bag with a bottle or a box inside. Jen, what should people look for on the label?
The label is the most important part. It has your name, the doctor's name, the name of the pharmacy, and crucially, the instructions. This is the dosage information.
Let's break down some common instructions. You might see something like, take 1 tablet by mouth twice daily.
Right. Twice daily usually means once in the morning and once in the evening, about 12 hours apart. If it says 3 times daily, it's usually morning, afternoon, and evening.
You might also see an instruction like, take with food. This is important. It means you should eat a meal or a snack right before or right after you take the pill. It helps prevent the medicine from upsetting your stomach.
The opposite is take on an empty stomach, which means you should wait at least an hour after eating before you take it. Another common one, especially for pain medicine, is take as needed.
As needed. Yeah, so that means you don't take it on a fixed schedule. You only take it when you feel the pain, for example. But there will usually be a maximum number you can take in one day, like take as needed for pain, but no more than 4 tablets in 24 hours.
Exactly. It's so important to read and understand these instructions. If you are ever unsure, even a little bit, you must ask the pharmacist.
Speaking of the label, there's another key piece of information on there. Refills. What does that mean, Jen?
Refills are for medications you need to take for a long time. The label might say 3 refills. This means after you finish this bottle, you can get the same medicine 3 more times without needing a new prescription from your doctor.
That's very convenient. How do you get a refill? Do you just show up?
It's best to request it in advance. You can call the pharmacy. There's usually a number on the bottle, and you can enter your prescription number into an automated system. Many pharmacies also have apps for your phone where you can request a refill with just 1 or 2 taps.
Right. It's a good idea to request it a few days before you run out of your medicine, just to give them time to prepare it.
Definitely. And what happens when the label says no refills remaining?
That's your signal that you need to make another appointment with your doctor. The pharmacist cannot give you any more medicine. You need to see your doctor to get a new prescription.
This brings us to another very important topic, asking questions. Mike, you mentioned asking the pharmacist if you don't understand the instructions. What else should people ask about?
Absolutely. The pharmacist is a medical expert, and their job is to help you. One of the most important things to ask about is side effects.
Side effects.
Yes, these are other effects the medicine can have on your body besides the one it's supposed to do. For example, some medicines can make you feel sleepy, which is called drowsiness.
That's a really important side effect to know about, especially if you need to drive or operate machinery for your job.
For sure. A great simple question you can ask the pharmacist when you pick up your medicine is, are there any common side effects I should be aware of?
That's perfect. Another good question is about interactions. You can ask, does this medicine interact with any other medications? If you are taking any other pills, even vitamins, you should tell the pharmacist. Some medicines don't mix well together.
That is excellent advice. Never be afraid to ask. The pharmacists are there to ensure you take your medication safely.
Finally, let's talk a little about pharmacy etiquette, or the polite way to behave at the pharmacy counter.
Good one. First, as you mentioned, Jen, pharmacies can be very busy places. There are often lineups, so the first rule is to be patient. The staff are working hard to make sure everyone's medication is prepared correctly and safely.
Right. While you're waiting in line, it's a good idea to have your information ready. Get out your health card or your insurance card. Think about the questions you want to ask. This will make the process smoother and faster when it's your turn.
And when you are speaking to the pharmacy staff, try to speak as clearly as you can. We know it can be difficult with accents, but names and dates are very important information, so just take your time and say them clearly.
That's a great point. And also, be mindful of privacy. When someone else is at the counter, give them some space. They might be discussing personal health information.
All right, that was a lot of information. Let's do a very quick recap of the key vocabulary and steps.
Okay. First, remember the difference between over-the-counter or OTC medicine that you can buy yourself and prescription medicine, which you need from a doctor.
When you pick up a prescription, go to the pharmacy counter at the back of the store. Be ready with your name and date of birth.
Read the dosage instructions on the label carefully. Know what twice daily and with food mean.
Understand what refills are and request them before you run out of medicine.
And most importantly, don't be shy. Ask the pharmacist about side effects, interactions, or anything you don't understand. Your health is the top priority.
Perfect summary, Jen. We hope this episode helps you feel much more confident the next time you need to visit a pharmacy in Canada.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Join us next time for another episode of Learning Canadian English. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.